Hey,
this is
MATSAN
and welcome to our video.
Welcome back!
Today's topic is
How to avoid argues in cross-cultural relationship. This time I propose that I would like to talk about love. It's also something that we used to talk about a lot about being in a cross-cultural relationship. But now since we've been together for around 8+ years, so it's quite hard to talk about those fresh problems. However, we come up with something that we consider ourselves that we rarely argue. So we
surprisingly rarely argue. We never actually had a big argue. Maybe once.
Maybe only once in the beginning of the relationship. So we figured that we sum up what are the points that we consider that we're doing pretty well to avoid any kind of big or small argument, and we would like to share with you.
Yes. So we mentioned a few things in our super list over here. And the first one is the complaint about the country as foreigner. I think you can mention something about this.
So as I am the foreigner living in Poland, I think of course every country has its own pros and cons. So there are some points that Poland is definitely doing better than Taiwan, and there are some points that Taiwan is also doing better than Poland. So I think, for example, back then when we were applying for the residence card, I think this is like one super common point. Probably many people would complain about Poland. So of course, we went through those frustration, and through all this frustration, you're angry, you're upset, so you're using those words. You can easily just say something like, "Oh, Taiwan is doing way better than Poland. It sucks here." Like it could sound really bad in your ears, right? So I think it's the matter of the art of speaking. Especially
for me, as a person who I declare myself as a patriotic person, so I think I would be very offended if you say something like that. I see the problem there. There was a lot of bureaucracy about this Karta Pobytu, which is the residence card for Poland. And we had like some really bad examples of that. We also, because of her previous company, something was messed up so much. So actually from the company side, and also annoyment from the, let's say, government side. But we went through it somehow. We support each other. And I guess I and you, we did all our best to really kind of like get through it, and we made it overall. But I understand how annoying it was.
So that was just one example, but I think it's just a matter of how you express your emotion. Because you also have to consider how it sounds like in his ears, how it sounds like from his point of view. Because I wouldn't be happy if today we are living in Taiwan and he has some issue with dealing with our government and so on, our bureaucracy, and he just say, you know what, Taiwan sucks. And that would be like, oh, wait a second. So you go back if you don't like it. So I think that's something that we should always think twice when we are complaining to our partner about his country or her country.
Every country has pros and cons, and when you are declaring yourself to live in another country, you should understand that it's not gonna be exactly the same as the country you've used to live in before. There
definitely is something good, and definitely there will be something bad. So of course, giving constructive feedback, something that you say that really they could do better on this, it would take time, it sounds already way better. So I think that is
this country sucks.
I'm going
Okay,
that's the first one. The second one is to not take everything for granted. So about that, what I want to say is that you're my husband, or previously you're my boyfriend, but it doesn't mean that you're obligated to do everything with me or for me. Of course, it's kind of it's like
sorry.
It's like, it is, of course, you can say that's part of the agreement of being married, but you you could say that, oh, I want you to be more independent and you can deal with those papers by yourself. You should do this and do that by yourself, and I don't have to help you, or I don't want to help you. And I am a grown up and I should deal with things by myself. Yeah, so I think I myself am always grateful, at least every time you help me, even just to, translate when we are in the store buying something because I couldn't understand this kind of small thing, up to big things that you push me to, learn how to drive in Poland, help me, and, going through those documents, or we deal with something about the house, the apartment, those kind of, from small to big. I'm grateful that you are here to help me. Yeah? And I could also imagine that if I have to live here by myself, definitely life will be way more complicated and difficult overall.
I guess so.
Yeah. So I'm not taking you for granted.
But also I have to say about this, like driver's license and so on, you are willing to learn a lot, yeah? So you are also willing, you're not expecting me to drive you all the time, or I don't know, to buy everything, and so on. And also I think this is like another topic we can discuss, is to make everything equal about the money.
True.
Should we speak about this?
Yeah.
I think this,
So to say, is to be transparent with our money management. Yeah.
Yeah. The way we do it, it's basically we always split half and half. Shopping is half and half, bills are half and half, everything is half and half. Like some people like to hide something about the money from each other.
I think one important point is that we are from pretty similar family background. Like
that might be the point here.
The money support that from both of our families are quite equal. So when we were planning to buy this house, we have pretty much the same support from the family. And meanwhile, our job and our salaries are pretty equal, at the same range as well. So in this case, our way of managing our money is that we split the bills, as you say. But we also understand that there are some couples, maybe just one partner is the main income of the family and the other one is just being there taking care of the family. So we understand, so in our opinion is that just be transparent, even though that's, for example, if somehow I disagree with his way of managing money because he's spending all the money and I prefer to, it's an example, so if he's spending everything and I prefer to save up, so then I wouldn't be like hiding money in my account. I would be like, okay, so I would tell him that, you know what, it's your money, you have that less because you don't know how to save. I am showing you my example. I'm saving, that's why I have this much. You can learn from me. But if you don't want to, fine, because you will end up with nothing and I will end up with a bunch of things. So that will be what?
It is true that she saves better than me.
But that's what I'm saying. It's just an example, like a very extreme example. So I wouldn't be like, I don't know, hiding $1 million in my private account and he will end up on the street.
That's so
sad. Yeah, but I think it's important because I see that many couples, they are having argument, they just fight with each other because they cannot get clear on money.
I think this money topic is very crucial, like very annoying. This is like
And also there is some interesting point of view of some people that your money is my money and my money is my money. I don't know how is it like in Poland, but
I mean, I have some friends that they literally split the account. Like no matter of how much you earn and the other person earns, they all just put it into the one account and they just kind of like share it together. I mean, if it works.
If it works for them, so it's
good. But somehow what we've managed so far, like we just split everything in half and we she's doing the shopping. So I just later on after shopping I'm sending her half, or like I don't know, I buy something for house and then Sansan, please send me half of it, and I think it works sometimes.
I mean, maybe when we will have kids in the future, it would be more annoying that you have to split the bill every time. So perhaps by then we would consider like
third account for kid.
Create third account for kid or for common expense for the family. But that would happen when the third person shows up in the family.
We already have like
a third
person. Okay. Yeah. So next topic is the
split responsibility.
Split responsibility. Cleaning toilet here.
So no, first of all, by splitting responsibility, we are talking about responsibilities at home. So mostly about taking care of the house, who should do what, who should walk the dog, who should cook, who should clean, all these very trivial things. Yeah, so about cleaning toilet.
Cleaning the sitting place.
King of the toilet.
I love it. I love to clean it. I don't know what's wrong with me, but I love to clean it. I just love to see it disgusting. I'm a sicko. Yeah. I love to see it disgusting and to clean it, polish it, because I'm Polish. no, polish it to perfection, so I can see it's shining and beautiful. And it used to be disgusting. This is something that I like. She hates cleaning toilet. She hates this.
Disgusting.
It's disgusting, but somehow she's managing the floor.
Yeah.
Here, which I almost never touched. Yeah. Also, you do the flowers.
I water the flowers, all the plants, yeah.
And I never touch those flowers.
Yeah.
And we are fine with that because I'm doing other things here.
Yeah, so we kind of find our harmony in taking the responsibilities in the house, and also it's like he's a very handy man. So when something is broken, then I am like, oh Matusz, this is broken. There's a crack there. There's a hole on the wall, and he would take care of it. Yeah, because I believe if I'm forced to do that, I would, but since I have him, so I'm leaving it to him, and meanwhile I will be taking care of other little things. So I'll be like, okay, so or like in the morning you are cooking breakfast and I'm walking the dog.
Perfect. Yeah. Let's don't change it.
Yeah, so I think it's like it should be equal, it should be fair, and it's easy to say it by theory. Everybody will be like, yeah, of course. But then when you really start to date somebody, when you start to like live with somebody, many times it's hard because everybody gets lazy from time to time. And
like me all the time.
Yeah, and a few times we argue because I got angry that I'm just doing the trash, I'm doing the dishes, and I'm doing this and that, and he's maybe just sitting there, I don't know, checking his phone or playing video game. So those are the moments that I started to get annoyed, and I was like, are you gonna help me or not? Yeah, and then here comes the argue. Yeah, so, but that rarely happened.
Yeah, rarely, and if it happened already, it was rather like, I just speak some bullshit, and then overall, anyways, I will just finish my game or something, and I will help you.
Yeah. So I think it's also about being transparent in communication. Just speak up if you're not happy. Yeah, so the next point is that try to understand or enjoy what the other person like.
Oh yeah, actually it's kind of fascinating because of that I didn't know that women are doing such things that I never noticed before. Yeah, like, and you also are managing understanding some boys things.
Topics,
like you are like, oh look, Forza Horizon commercial.
When we're driving,
you would never say that. You would never say that to just a girlfriend, yeah?
Yeah, exactly.
Or stuff like that. And I also, because of Samson, I experienced something that, oh look, that girl dressed up like that because of the specific colors on those buildings. She dressed up with those colorful, I don't know, dress or something.
Like you have to match the background where you're visiting.
And I never thought about that. I never knew about that. And now I know.
Yeah, and I'm trying to explain him that, it's like a mystery why women need so much time to prepare themselves. Yeah, and I'm trying to break down the reasons. Yeah, because I consider myself as I need pretty short time in preparing myself, but then we're talking about this and I'm like, oh, we have longer hair and you need to prepare different style, you need to prepare the earrings, the makeup to match what you're wearing for the day. What you're wearing for the day, it depends on where you're going, and the shoes, and perfume sometimes, everything. Yeah, so all in all, that takes way more time. Yeah, so he's trying to learn something about how women work, and I'm also trying to learn something how men work. Yeah, and I never ever was into games before I met him, but he showed me the fun part of playing games, and we are playing games together. So
yeah, we do, and they are like those two people cooperative games, and we enjoy them a lot. It's fun, yeah. Of course, when I'm going to berserk about this, and I'm opening some RPG or which is
then I do my own things,
or some like other, let's say, games, just like rather for my style. Then she's just doing her things, and then she's letting me play my own thing. Yeah.
Yeah. So, of course, it is good to have personal space and time for yourself in a relationship, but we think it's also crucial to have like a common interest that both of you enjoy. Yeah, so both of you can just, I don't know, go hiking together, go watch football match together, watch Netflix together. Like we are watching death row prisoner documentaries together every day. So it's like you find something that you both like, and you can always have like common ground and common topics to talk about. Yeah, and that will just stimulate like the happiness in your relationship. Yeah, so that is important. Yeah, and also one thing is that previously, long time ago, we were in some party, and there were just some girls in the party, and they're just saying like, boys are talking about cars again.
Oh God.
I never know what they're talking about. Let's talk about our manicure. Let's talk about our hair. And I was like, I mean, I'm not forcing everybody to like cars, but I don't think some topics are like just for boys or just for girls. I think topics are for everybody. Yeah. And I like cars, but when he and his friends goes too deep into super duper deeper spec, so I'm like just like fading out. Yeah, but before that, if you're talking about overall cars, it is interesting for me. Yeah, and I think that will give us more common topics. Yeah, otherwise you'll be like, you know what, I see that super duper awesome Audi, and I'll be like, what is Audi? How does Audi look like? And then okay, end of the conversation. Right.
True.
Next
what else do we have
one.
Here? Try to learn the cultural background of the other person. I think this is also crucial because of different cultures we lived in before. I mean, I still live in this culture here, but I'm just saying that she's from Far East, basically. So of course it's different than Poland. You cannot expect anything the same. Even if my girlfriend is, I don't know, from Britain or somewhere, it's gonna be still different, yeah, even it's closer. So you have to accept several things that it's gonna be different, and you cannot really force her or him to change it, right? You know that, you know which kind of food we like in Poland, you know how it works. You are even willing to try those kind of food, yeah, you never just stuck with your own. Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah, so it's like there are those things that it's hard to change in this person. So I don't know, me myself, I'm from Asia, so definitely I'm very obsessed with Asian food, but I'm also trying to be open and to whenever you say you want to eat Polish food or mostly trash food most of the time, yeah, I'm trying to go with you as well, yeah. And at the same time that I am the one who is cooking his lunch every day, and it's almost Asian food only.
Every day. And super spicy.
Yes, yeah, so I come from a spicy country, and my food that I make are spicy, yeah, and he is willing to accept it as well.
I used to hate spice. Now I'm okay with that. Yeah.
So I used to hate tomato. I used to hate onion, garlic sometimes, and you know, all those vegetables. I used to hate them. And being with him, being in this culture, because you guys eat so healthy, I have to say. So so because of you, I also accept it. Yeah, even though it's such a small thing. Yeah, but you know, eating the food that you both enjoy, it's also like an important little thing in the relationship.
I think it's very crucial.
Yeah, and you know, okay, second thing, let's say Asian overall are big saving people. Like we usually prefer to save up for some bigger expense for the future. I don't know, for house, for the car, but you guys prefer to enjoy the moment and buy whatever you want as entertainment.
Not everybody, but most of people. I feel like,
yeah, or at least people around us in our friend zone, many of them are like that. Yeah, so this is also,
I'm just trying to make myself not guilty at this moment.
Yeah, but this is something that definitely there's a big difference on our ways of value. Yeah, and we have to understand because I'm brought up like this, because in Poland you guys have so many different varieties of latte that you can take for different items, which in Taiwan it sounds ridiculous. So we understand each other and where those ideas come in.
Yeah. And also it's funny that you still have those superstitions from Asia, and like even you are really saying like I cannot recall right now what exactly, but like I think like eating this rice till the last little part of rice.
You cannot waste every piece of rice.
Because of some ghost or something will
No,
attack
it's
you.
a thunder god will punish.
Okay. I mean, yeah, but also some like we can't do this, we can't do that because some ghosts will appear. Or for example, like wherever we travel, it's funny, but I'm already like whatever do it. She never closed the toilet light, and I was like shocked in the beginning, like why you do that? And it's because of those ghosts.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, those ghosts, okay, if you believe in them, they are in Asia, right? They are not here, so why are we even doing that? But right now I'm just, okay, just do it. I'm fine with that.
Yeah, we believe that...
It's easier to
go to toilet
at night, so...
Yeah, so those, even though I don't believe in ghosts overall, but you know, I've been brought up in this environment that, yeah, there are ghosts, especially at night or in the very dark and humid place. So the toilet is the dark and humid place, yeah. So that's why we don't close the light, and you don't put your shoes facing the bed when you are traveling. Yes, next. Okay, then the last one.
If we really argue, talk to each other, understand why we argued, and find the common agreed solution.
Yeah, so if you really cannot avoid arguing with each other, so just argue. But the point is to really talk with each other. Say that, why am I angry at you? What is my background reason of being so mad at you? Yeah, and then you can also tell me what is your point of view, why you say that to me, why you did that to me. Yeah, and so we now understand what was the lead to this argue. Yeah, and then the next step is to find the common solution. Yeah, like, okay, I disagree with you, but I think I can compromise to this and that. And from your side, the same. Yeah.
Okay, I disagree with you.
And then we'll be saying, yeah.
And then just break.
Yeah, I mean, if you just cannot find common ground, so maybe it's better to break up.
Harsh, but true. I'm just saying that basically we rarely argue, but if we argue, there is this a bit of silent day. No, not day, like silent few minutes, up to hour. And then at least I cannot stand this whole silence, and we start to talk, yeah? And then we shake hands and everything is fine again.
Yeah.
So that's our solution.
I mean, I think I am a very stubborn person, so I'm the guilty one here that when we are having this Cold War, and then he usually is the one who starts to talk with me, like, are you still angry or what? Yeah, and then I will start to talk about why am I angry and so on. We clear out, we shake hands, means that fine, we're good now. But then I always claim that, emotion is emotion. It cannot just like, I'm super mad now, but because we shake hands, I'm super happy now. Yeah? For me, my brain just doesn't work like that. So I'm always telling him that, yes,
you need time.
Yes, we're good, but give me, 15-20 minutes and I'll be fine. And then he will start to make some stupid jokes and we are fine.
Some bullshit talk.
Yeah, but that's also a way. Yeah? So, yes, that's it.
Yeah, so that's how we made it, being over 8 years with each other. So, okay. So I think that's it. We can finish at this moment. Hope you guys actually find something interesting in this and useful. I don't know, maybe not. And please like, comment, subscribe, and follow us in our Facebook fan page and other things.
So we love you and see you in the next episode. Bye bye.
See you.
Cheers.